You've got an idea, and we've got your next steps. Let's get started. You're probably watching this because you have some sort of an idea for a mobile or web app. Maybe you've got a current offline operation that you're looking to digitize, or even more excitingly, you've got a completely new idea that you're ready to share with the world. Either way, we're just so glad you found us. You know, we understand that the whole process of building a mobile or web application can appear super overwhelming. It's a world most people know hardly anything about. You probably didn't even know how and where to get started. You might still not know how to jump in. All you know is that you've got a really cool idea that will change the lives of so many, and you want to bring it to life. You know, a client recently came into our office, and it was her first meeting after signing the contract to begin prototyping her concept. Now, these meetings are quite commonplace for us, so we were just ready and rearing and excited to get started, but as she sat down in the conference room, we noticed that her hands were shaking. "I'm so nervous," she said. "This is such a huge step for me." Man, we see so much of that with our prospective clients, and we totally understand. It's a big deal to develop an app. That's why we strive to make the process comfortable and low pressure for you. By the end of our meeting, that client was laughing and joking alongside us, and that's not an uncommon occurrence at Divine Digital Agency. We see that our goal and our role is to lead you through the entire development process from soup to nuts and help you position yourself at having the best chance of success. We do this by following a very simple but specific stepped system. As an agency that has developed dozens and dozens of apps, we know the questions that need to be answered in order to take a great idea and turn it into a technological reality. So, we decided to take all of that information and formulate it into a course. Before we get started on building your app, let's talk about the overall process of app development, because it's worth parking on. We really have a very unique way of doing this, so I want you to hear about it. We take a very simple 3-step approach to app building. We go from the wireframe to the design to development. Let's start with step 1, the wireframe. Now, a wireframe is a skeletal 3-dimensional sketch of the app that represents layout and placement. In many ways, it's the most important step because it's foundational. It effectively serves as a blueprint for the entire process. Once we're presented with your concept, preferences, and ideas in our think tank, our design team creates a very detailed black and white digital sketch of what your app will look like. Now, this includes all screens with a representation of all key features and functionality. Now, at Divine Digital Agency, we take wireframing to another level by providing a working prototype with moving screens that is uploadable to your mobile device, so you can have it right in your hand and really get a feel for it. Then we've got step 2. Now, at this point, we're going to bring color and life to the wireframe. In the process, we're going to build a strong, attractive brand for your app that includes all fonts, colors, and elements. The look and feel of your app is incredibly important to the audience you're targeting, so we take special care to ensure the branding is on point, consistent, and beautiful. At the end of step 2, you'll have a fully designed app that looks and functions, superficially, like the real thing. The prototype will reflect the design as well, which is a fantastic tool to use to generate early buzz for your app or even secure further development funding. That's one of the key values of our 3-step approach. At the end of each step, you own the material outright. This means you can put the project on the back burner while you're waiting for further funding, or you can even take development into your own hands. Not recommended, but you can. Step 3 is the development process. The development stage is the most complicated and labor-intensive part of the entire process. At this stage, all of the foundational elements created thus far are used as a blueprint to code and develop. Now is the time to let the development team get to work and build your app. You've already made all the key decisions and necessary approvals, so there won't be any surprises at the end of it. It's an opportunity for you to sit back and relax. At the end of development, you're ready to beta test and finally launch your app. We really believe that our 3-step approach is the best approach for building out an app effectively and efficiently. The overwhelming process, it's made simple by breaking it down into bite-sized, digestible chunks. So let's get back to your idea. The goal of what we're going to talk through over the next couple of videos is to make sure you're ready for step 1 by learning about all the different considerations and questions that are involved, questions that you'll be asked to refine your concept. We are certain that by the end of this course, you'll have a clear understanding of what the next steps are for your idea. And whether you use Divine Digital or someone else, our goal is to get you set up and on the road to success.